between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go for the 70 in. Let's go, D. Say, Leo. Watch the air. He's coming on the ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Ringer. Scene 6. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go now. 30 base. Let's put him on the punches. Let's put that team on the punch. Check 37.
Sony Michel, his first carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3. 61, match box, right. 5.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Costello. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On the ground is Michel at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Ready. 40's the mark. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. Ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put. On the board.
Let's go.
25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Grace don't travel. Gone. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57's the mic, right? 57. Hey, wahoo! Four out. Go.
From the gun, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. Operating from the gun, Costello. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on second down. Costello firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Got it. Rock it.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Kill. Turn up.
Off play action. Costello going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Double dog. That's the way. Tight dog. Big grip.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Check. Wide. Get wide. Check your hot read. Recon, 132 fighter. Shit. Watch the shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up. Hey, check 24. Check. Fresno.
They'll try to run it in, Michelle. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Gostkowski's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right?
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Costello. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready up. Hey, lock it. 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down. Costello. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53's Mike. By 7, let's go. Now. 53, Mike. I'm coming. I'm gone. I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
He's called guard. He's coming, double up. See him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gray. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jacob Hollister, his first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you're thinking about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Costello. Catch is made by Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run on first down. Michelle, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, team 6.
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st and 10, Costello over the middle, and it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Costello. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Watch safety 3, watch safety 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check nine. Squeeze. Get in there. Check. Watch twist. Let Hudson.
He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 5-4. Lock it. No chance. Out. Hard. Jump. Ready.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch the slap. Check 13. Check 24. You're out. Check. Leo. Check. You go tight. You got tight. Gone. You got tight right there. Hey. Go. Back. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Here we go. Set. 60-yard. 6-6. Pull it high. Get.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
On 2nd down, Michelle. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, Patriots. We got this.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
30 base. Look at me. Go. Fight.
On 1st down, Costello. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run it in with White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Set, ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 99. Check 99. Slam. Slam.
Topper. Topper. Big grip. Big grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Anthony Sherman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood. Look, squeeze. You're out. Shoot.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Rock it.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Buzz.
Fresno.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Check nickel.
Hey, lock it. Hey, foxtrot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
New England on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hard. Stand. Hey, stand on.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So out comes the field goal team once more.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check it back.
Look, squeeze.
Check.
You're out. Hit it.
2nd and 2. He's going to let it fly. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Greystone, Travis.
Check.
Rock it.
36.
Hey, exit. Be driven.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Let's go.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
You draw quarters.
Looking to throw. Costello. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Patriots, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.